That should be the thumbnail for every video. It's just the three of us just doing this.
Speaking of, we forgot to do an intro.
Damn it.
And intro music.
Do Roomies.
All right, John, introduce us.
Welcome to the Roomies
Welcome
podcast.
to
This is
Podcast
episode
episode 2.
Thank you so much.
All right, so John's clearly not. Take it over.
Hi guys, welcome
Hi,
to.
guys.
I hate you. Never mind, not doing this. Sorry,
Oh,
Tom.
Tom, why don't you do it?
John, Seb, and Tom. Roomies. Fireworks come raining down.
And that is the intro. What? What just happened?
Chucked my phone by accident. We're alright, boys. We're alright.
Good job, Seb. You're
It
doing
just
great.
seemed like something exploded over there.
It hit like the corner of my desk, and my desk had like a little notebook, and it literally just all collapsed.
Do you think it warranted that big reaction? I don't think so.
This is my phone, Tom.
All right. All right. So,
We're off to an amazing start.
but you get why you need your phone. No one hits you up anyway. Oh, roasted.
Oh,
Bro, what do you mean? Kelly just texted me.
Oh yeah, she's probably.
that was
She's
great.
Wait, John, shut up. I have a comeback. She's probably texting, asking about your mom after I railed her last night. Oh, wow. Boom, roasted. All right, stop this recording and start a new one just in case Seb's mom watches this. One of our only loyal viewers.
Shout out, Mama.
She's going to be like, Sebastian, do you have new pot? Oh, no, we didn't record
No,
one.
we didn't record one.
I don't know why, but we just didn't do it.
It's really funny. Ever since I met Tom, or like when me and Tom got like close, I remember all the times he would just make fun of my mom, and I was like, "Yo, what do you have against my mom?"
Nothing. I don't know.
It's like your mom and Gil's dad.
I feel like I should mature a little bit and stop making mom jokes, but at the same time, well, why would I? They're so fun.
All right, fair enough.
It's true. It's true.
Ooh.
How we been, lads?
Good. How are you?
All right.
I like the shirt.
Thank you. I have actually 3 of the same ones.
Nice.
I have another one of this that's like smaller, so it's like more like
Oh.
a long sleeve, and then I have the short sleeve version of it.
Oh, you got the same themed one, but
Yes.
in all three. Gotcha. I don't know. Oh, I think us as a team went ham last High Tide in terms of buying stuff.
Like us as a team?
Yeah, we went ham.
Oh, last year's. Oh my God, yeah, I spent easily like $200. I think maybe.
I
close.
think as a team, all 15 of us, we spent well over 2,000.
Oh, well over 100%.
I would say I contributed the most.
You also returned the most because you fucked up like what, twice?
3 times.
3 times? I mean, I messed up too because I bought the Razorback by accident, and then I just gave it to Eddie because you know how Eddie is, and he's like, "I'll wear it." I'm like, "All right."
This guy John legit came into the house and he's like, "Oh, we stopped at the store," and there's John. I'm like, "John, you carried everyone else?" He's like, "No, this is just mine." We're 5 discs, 2 shirts, 2 long sleeves, 5 hoodies, a hat.
Well, I made up for this year. I didn't get anything.
Fair point.
To be honest, like there wasn't a lot of nice stuff.
There really wasn't. I was
Those-
maybe gonna get what you had, what you're wearing now, and then what you wore last week.
Yeah, I love the Vice colorway.
They didn't sell any hats, which is really annoying. Like, what did you do with all those leftover hats?
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, true.
And they never went on sale.
That's whack.
It is
That's probably what I would have gotten. I didn't even get a disc.
I got a disc. I got the like the Panther one. It's hung on my wall.
I mean, was it me and Julie were scouting the Savage because we were gonna have people buy it for us down there. Like we were scouting and we're scouting the Instagram and Snapchat stories and all that stuff. And I'm like, Julie, look, I found stuff. And we're at work now. And, we're scrolling through. I'm like, I like that. And she's like, how do you see that? I'm like, trust me, I got you. And we had it all planned out. Then it ended up everything fell through. And I'm like, they're gonna release it online. And then I was literally camping out online until literally checked every day. I'm like, I need it. I need it.
And they released it at a really discounted price for Savage.
Oh, big time.
It was this was, I think, I don't even remember how much this was. This would usually run
80, I think.
These would run usually 80, but they were discounted to what 60? I think it was less than that.
I don't even know. It was a pretty hefty discount, but mine was on back order too. So I was like,
yeah, this was on back order for a while.
I think Julie just got hers today. I got mine probably 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I got mine around that time.
Yeah, I didn't care. I was like, I love to get it.
Yeah, I was I honestly forgot, and I was like, oh yeah, this is still,
I got that, and I got the short sleeve. It's the pink and white pinstripes almost. And that's just because I love the pink and blue. I love the pink and blue colorways. So nice. But for those two combined, I think it was probably the same price as the the hoodie last year, full price hoodie.
Full price hoodies last year were what, 100?
It was
or close to $100.
Just below 100. I think it was 80, 85.
Literally insane.
Their pricing is so weird because they don't do the $84.99. They'll do $84.
Yeah.
It's we don't need the 99 cents. The time I knew I was really a Savage fanboy was my sophomore year. And I ordered a lot of stuff offline. I got the USA jersey. I got the what's it called? I got the Public Enemy one, the rainbow one. I got a few others. And then one of the guys came online and he was filling out my order. He's like, I recognize your last name. And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, I know this. I'm like, is that how much I've been ordering? I'm like, is that bad? He's like, nah. I'm like, cool. And he gave me 2 of the tokens, the discount ones or whatever. I was like, bad.
That was the one thing I was really excited for this high tide was just going to the merch tent because they had beer pong with the actual founder of Savage there, and I was like, yo, what?
That's what I hate about our schedule because we always have the early games, so we're always done there at I would say 1.
Yeah.
And literally everything picks up at that 10 at 2-3 o'clock. And none of us wanted to hang out there. Why would we hang out there?
We were all exhausted, to be fair. We would play 4 straight games in the South Carolina sun. So
Yeah.
It was lucky. We had great weather that last one. My last one. My first year, it was perfect. My sophomore year, it literally was so cold. You would have thought we were playing in New York in November.
oh,
Literally cold, cloudy all the time. Literally, it was so cold that we had to pack up a minivan and take a ride to Dick's for people to buy sweatsuits.
I heard this story. I think I heard this story before.
Everyone bought the hand warmers. I forget who, but someone bought the foot warmers, the ones that are supposed to go in your cleats, or in their shoe. They bought that thinking it was hand warmers, so they just wore it on their hands. They did the adhesive on their hands. I'm like, oh my god, so ratchet.
I feel like I could I wouldn't want to use feet warmers. I feel like my feet would just naturally warm themselves if I'm running around. It'd be more the upper body.
Mine take a while. My lower body never really gets that cold, but my feet get freezing. But it either gets to a point where they're so numb that it doesn't bother me anymore, or they actually warm up. I remember at Molly's aunt's house, we had the fire pit. And literally, I was like, I had my feet like so close to the fire, and Joe was like, "You're gonna burn your feet." I'm like, "Joe, I cannot feel my feet." I felt like what is it? You guys seen what's the Adam Sandler movie, Mr. Deeds? He has like a completely numb foot. Like it's like he can't feel anything with it. That's how I felt. I could not feel anything with my feet.
I think that was what, Mullenberg?
And Cuts Down, we went there twice.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but Joe
didn't-
didn't go to Cuttstown, did he?
Muhlenberg, yeah, Muhlenberg was the first one where I literally could not feel my feet. Cuts Down was nice weather though. Muhlenberg was just a little bit cold, windy. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was windy. That was my first ever tournament, Mullenberg, that year.
That was a good.
That was a great tournament. That was a great tournament to be my first one. Just to play on like that huge like sports complex that they had. It was just soccer field after soccer field.
So everything's well kept.
Everything was well kept. Those fields were nice, except for the, which was I think it was like the last one where we played on that one that was like really really high, and it's like at one end zone it just like hit the cliff, and it just drops.
We literally had to like climb up a mountain to get onto the field.
We played on that like twice this year.
Did we?
Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't go to Mullenberg this year.
Yeah, I think we played. There was no one up there except for like us and QC,
Oh my god!
and then we might have played one more game up there.
I just remember that drop because it's like you would run towards it, like the end zone or whatever, try and catch this, but you have to immediately stop, or else you would probably go sailing off the edge.
You would literally die.
Yeah, I'd literally die.
I remember I went to go get it, and people were like, "John, forget it," and I was like, "No, I got it," and I saw it, and I was like, "It's down there. I'm not going."
And then there's John, like you get the SpongeBob like 10 minutes later. You see John still like climbing down the mountain. Guys, I got it. Don't worry, I'm coming back. We just got an injury sub for him. The worst field I've ever played on was, you guys never experienced Goucher. My sophomore year was the last year we went. I think junior year it just conflicted, or no, Goucher's in Maryland. So Goucher was having a one-day tournament, and it really wasn't worth it for us to go down for one day, since Maryland is probably like 5 hours.
That's not worth it at all.
So my freshman sophomore used to be 2 days, so it was worth it. It was a fun tournament. My sophomore year, we were playing in Loyola, and Loyola's a good team regardless. Like I think we played them elsewhere other than that tournament, and they're like really good. Like they get funded. I think they're sponsored by Savage, all that stuff, which doesn't mean a team's good, but pretty good. So they had, I think it was 7 teams, and they had one field, another field, and then you would go down like a big slope, and there was another field, and it was literally like a valley, and it was windy. So like I don't care how good you are, there was no way you can complete a throw 10 yards or more. So they literally threw a cup at us. We couldn't do anything. So at one point, we had a cup of me, Royster, who I don't think you guys know Royster. You've definitely heard of him, but he's like my height and a lot more athletic than me. And then Zorn.
Oh, so
we literally had big boy cup. We're like, we don't have to move that much. We're just going to take everything away. And now I'm there in the middle. Like people call things, I'll just like bump into everyone, just like play more physical than you have to.
That sounds like biggest boy cup.
Yeah, and literally the final score of the game was probably like 5-2 them.
That's pretty good.
It was so bad.
I was gonna say it must have been like brutal.
Those games are the worst. Like it's not even like they're beating you like 13-2. I'd rather have a game go like that than be that brutally long and finish with a combined 7 points.
Mm. Sure.
It was also at that tournament I had my favorite Gil moment. we were getting slapped by the alumni team, and it was probably like 12-1 at the time. Gil scored, and he spiked the frisbee and tacoed it. So,
Of course he did.
grad student Mike Casey, everyone was like, Gil, why? And Mike Casey was like, I just love his enthusiasm. He's like, yeah, we're only down 11, and spiked it. It was so funny. Oh my God, I cry every time I think of it. And then what other tour? Kutztown. The last Kutztown that I went to, that was horrible fields.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
We were literally playing on their like college campus. It wasn't even like a field. It was literally just like their open space on the campus.
It's just always muddy there.
Yeah. I remember, they have one field that's like on the complete other side of the school.
Yeah. Oh, the one by the cornfield is so nice.
Your freshman year, John, we did pretty good at that tournament.
Did we?
Yeah.
I barely played, so I didn't.
You were there. I think Beck was there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we did do well.
Tyler, Billy. It was a good team. And I think we finished like 4-2 or 4-1. We did pretty good.
Gil skied me that tournament. He skied me and this other dude.
Aha. And he probably celebrated after it.
Yep. He said I needed the help, and I was like, okay.
What was that tournament that we went to that they had like that blue field, and it was honestly like the worst.
New Haven.
New Haven.
New Haven. Oh my God.
Okay,
that was
my
worst tournament we've ever been.
I don't know. I really have to put thought into it if that was my least favorite tournament ever. But it's definitely bottom of the list.
That's like bottom of the
It's
barrel.
like,
Yeah, I was angry the entire day. I was like, I'm not having any of this.
we were great. Like, the main reason why I went is because it was literally like no more. Like, it was literally just over an hour.
Yeah, it was a short drive.
And then we had Jason come through because he literally lived 15 minutes away, and everyone was dropping like flies before it. It was cold.
I sprained my ankle during the QC CUNY game that we had. Like, I was literally like done for the rest of the day after like game 2, and I was like, this just sucks.
Despite being short staffed, and Seb gets injured.
And Steve was sick.
Steve was sick. Jordan and I think Russell too also got injured. Like the third game.
Like, it wasn't that cold, but then we play no. We play on this mountaintop where it is cold. Like I remember leaving Long Island. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. And then we get there, and it's just like we keep climbing this mountain. I'm like, all right, it's very cold up here.
No, that was the worst. I think like QC like was like even like, yo, this is just dumb. And they only had like 4 or 5 teams there, and one of them was an all guys team.
Yeah.
Oh, the frat bro team.
The frat bros. We're like, excuse me.
Email, and it's just like all right, cool, whatever. They say nothing about mixed. They say nothing about. We just assumed it was mixed because we knew they were a mixed team.
Mm-hmm.
And we get there, and we go up against this one team that's playing just one girl. I'm like, oh, we're going 5-2. And they're like, this is our only girl. I'm like, huh? And they're like, it's an open tournament. I'm like, no, it's not. Acting like I know what it is.
As a representative from Adelphi, it's not an open tournament. I don't care what you guys say. It's not an open tournament.
And literally, they like this, I think they're like a club team. They literally like stopped the game. The guy went over to ask someone from New Haven, like, is it an open tournament or a mixed tournament? And the guy was like, we wanted it to be a mixed tournament, but we just kept it as open. I'm like, huh? How do you do that? Like, that's just like me like saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a mixed tournament. Everyone comes, everyone brings their girl. I'm like, oh, we decided last minute it's gonna be an all men's tournament. Like, you can't do that.
They said that?
No, that's what the guy said. He was like, yeah, we wanted it to be a mixed tournament, but we ended up just making it open. This is like, okay, I planned it to be an ultimate frisbee tournament, but hey, guess what? We're gonna be playing baseball today, guys. That was bad. And it was November too. Like, middle November.
It was cold. I just remember it being cold.
Yeah. That was by far the most into the winter tournament we've ever done.
I just remember people being bundled up in their winter coats, and I was playing in shorts and a t-shirt. It was 20 degrees.
You're mad.
Yeah, we gave you so much shit for that.
Well, Seb, you remember what happened this year? It was like 10 degrees.
Oh the practice or whatever that we had?
Yeah.
I remember. But you caved in. You're like, all right, maybe I'm going to go get pants.
They did not help.
Then no.
Well, there was the one I didn't have anything.
That's true, yeah. You didn't have
I
it.
genuinely forgot stuff. Tom, it was colder than New Haven.
Oh my god.
Everything was red. I couldn't feel anything.
The one thing I hate the most is like my legs don't get cold. My upper body definitely gets cold.
I'm the same way.
So like I would start out a tournament and I'd be wearing like my like quarter zip under my shirt and like a long sleeve under that and then my jersey. I'd literally play the first point and I'm like, I can't. I feel too restricted. I literally take myself off, take off everything, and just like go play. And I'll be like, I'm fine now.
It's just usually my hands that like I hate when they get cold, and it's just like I can't throw nor catch correctly. So.
One thing I never I always put my left hand in my pocket and always left my right hand out. You think I would try to warm up my throwing hand? No. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. Like, thinking about it now, I don't know why I did half the things I did in Frisbee.
Because why not?
There was one tournament my sophomore year. I think it was Muhlenberg. I really don't remember. But I remember, like, my feet were tired. It was probably, like, the fifth or sixth game. It's, like, our, like, last game. My legs are tired, so I'm really sitting on the sideline with my feet elevated, chilling, whatever. And then I didn't even realize it was universal point. Mo comes over to me. And she's like, Tom, you want to go in? I'm like, give me one more. And, like, I don't know what she thought I said, but whatever. I didn't go in. And then the point's going on for a little bit. I get up. I'm like, all right. I'm good for next point. And, like, this is the universe. I'm like, what? I was not paying attention. I was just like, huh? I think it was Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg by far was the best tournament. Shout out to Muhlenberg. If anyone from Muhlenberg's listening to this, you're a good person.
Except for that big dude.
Hey, we don't discriminate.
All right, fair enough.
He can be a dude bigger than you, yes, but he's not a big dude. He's a just perfect size dude.
I meant in height.
No. Doesn't work like that, John. Sorry.
I'm also sorry.
No high C for you, John?
No. It's in the fridge, so if anything, I'll go get more. But this was a thinner, and I didn't drink it.
All right. Question.
Yes.
How many
John
sips
I knew it!
do you think it would take to finish a gallon of high C?
Hold on.
I swear to God, if you have a gallon of high C, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, my God.
Or you know what he's going to do? He's going to find like a gallon pitcher.
Chug.
And he's going to just empty out cartons of high C into the pitcher. And
I just see him just like squeeze. His mom is just like, what are you doing? Mom? Shh.
Mom, I'm on my podcast.
I need to do this. Mom, I'll finish it. I promise it won't go to waste. John's going to be up all night on like a sugar high of high C.
Not even a gallon, you think? How much is in a pack?
What was the question?
How many ounces in a pack?
That's what I went to go get because I wanted to see. 6 fluid ounces.
How many ounces in a gallon?
Mm-hmm.
Tom.
He looks like he's doing math, but we all know he isn't.
There's 128 fluid ounces in a gallon.
17 more than 101.
So wait, did you say 100?
Yeah, it was 128 ounces in a gallon. How many ounces are in each pouch?
6.
All right, so that's
Mm-hmm.
well. It depends. I don't know how much is a John sip in ounces.
Carry the 2.
If you divide it by 6, we times that number by 8 because it's about 8 to finish a box.
About
All right,
about 68.
and times it by 8.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
All right, it says 171.
To me that makes sense.
To me, it makes sense. Yeah. All right.
All right, so when High C inevitably sponsors us, we're gonna do the official gallon John Sip challenge, where we
Oh
just
yeah.
give
I'll
him like
just
a
rip
gallon.
open the boxes and just pour them in a milk gallon.
Yeah, and then
Oh, definitely.
we'll have a little timer or a little ticker in the corner to track every
Or no,
single.
you just go to like McDonald's or whatever, and they have the high C like there. Just get like extra like 6 large cups. $6 right there. McDonald's $1 drinks. McDonald's sponsor us, please.
Oh,
McDonald's sponsor us, and I'll eat 100 chicken nuggets in 10 minutes.
It's next
Imagine.
week. Imagine.
Imagine I can do that.
mm. Oh, in
And
10 minutes? No, never mind. No,
I
not in 10 minutes. Not in 10 minutes.
You know who could though? Russell.
You think Russell could actually down 100 nuggets?
I say we have him on and he does it.
All right. Seb, you remember Myron from Trinity?
I do remember Myron from Trinity.
He challenged me, and like we never did it. We went to McDonald's after school one day, and like we were having our nuggets, and he was like, "I bet you I can." And then like one day a 40-piece nugget came out. He was like, "I bet you I can eat a 40-piece nugget faster than you." I'm like, "No, you can't." And he was like, "Yeah,
How
I
dare
can."
you challenge me?
He's like, "All right, He's like, "Next time you come over, we'll each get a 40-piece nugget, and we'll see who eats it faster." I'm like, "Bet." It just never happened. We just completely forgot about it. Well, I never really forgot about it. It's just like in the moment, like I go over his house and I always forget about it. But then like once I leave his house, it's like one of those, oh man, know what we forgot to do?
I don't think I could ever eat something like a large quantity of food in such a short amount of time. Like I enjoy eating my food that I don't want to just rush it.
No, I'm the opposite.
Like maybe I could do that with like Chick-fil-A nuggets. Like maybe I could down like 50 in 15 minutes.
Well, those are like
Those are
that big.
small. So maybe I could,
Yeah.
actually maybe I could do it in like 10, 8 minutes. But it's like I start like tasting them, I'm like, oh, these are so good. And I like want to take my time, enjoy the moment. But I don't know.
All right, on the topic of Chick-fil-A,
Mm.
does the sauces make Chick-fil-A better? Like I feel like a lot of people when they talk about Chick-fil-A, sponsor us Chick-fil-A, please. They talk about like, oh, Chick-fil-A is so good because of the sauces, like the Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm like, it's not just a sauce, man.
I don't know, because it's like for me, I get like a spicy sandwich and I don't put sauce in my spicy sandwich. Like I literally just eat that because it's perfect the way it is for me. Like I just have it like that. But if I get like nuggets or like a regular sandwich, then yeah, I put sauce on it.
Fair.
I can enjoy like the nuggets by themselves, or maybe not the nuggets, but like the sandwich, like the regular chicken sandwich, I can enjoy by itself with no sauce. The nuggets, I feel like need sauce.
All right. Fair.
I
John,
don't
I
eat
feel you're
Chick-fil-A.
a nugget expert. I need your opinion here.
See, I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
Fair. Okay. Fair. Everyone has a right to eat whatever they want.
Their shakes are good.
Shakes are
Oh,
good. I like their lemonade better.
never forget High Tide. My senior year. Yeah, we played on. I remember it was Wednesday. I did not eat breakfast before. I don't know why. It was early games. I don't know why I didn't eat breakfast, but I didn't. Played our 3 games, and literally me, Billy, Tyler, Eddie went to Chick-fil-A right after, and Russell.
Oh,
No, was Russell there? No, Russell wasn't there. It was just me, Tyler, Billy, Eddie, and I literally spent like, I kid you not, like almost $30 on Chick-fil-A.
Jesus Christ, what did you buy?
I got 2 sandwiches, a 12 nugget, a milkshake, a large fry, and I think something else.
God.
And I remember I drove there and I finished eating and I was like, Eddie, can I have the keys? I need to take a nap. I'm like, I literally cannot sit up anymore. So I literally like went to the car. Me and Billy are literally just sprawled out in the back seat. Tyler's in the front seat. Eddie's driving. Like me and Billy's like feet are on like the center console. We're literally just like enjoying life. Like I was on like a Chick-fil-A high. Like I don't know, like, geez, that was amazing. Best time at high tide ever. Food coma.
It was cheaper. It's cheaper in the South. That's why.
Yeah.
Compared to here, I think like a meal here is like close to like $8. Over there, I think it's like 5 or 6.
That
Probably.
makes his food order that more astounding.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Thanks for proving a point of like how much of a big baller I am. That I could spend $30 at a down south Chick-fil-A.
I feel like that was your like motto when we went last year. So it's like, I'm such a big baller.
I ate so
You
good.
ate a lot, especially when we went after the last day when we won the
Ryder, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh no, I was talking about in high tide when we finished like the last day of playing and we won our section and we went to that like fancy like steak
yeah,
or whatever. I remember he would like I don't remember what you ordered, but it was huge and you're like, I'm just the baller. I'm like, all right.
I literally was like to the waiter, I'm like, big spender over here.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then Ryder was another one. You ordered like a large, like what was it? A large thing of wings.
Yeah, the biggest size you can get.
You're like baller.
And I remember like you were next to me. I think you got like a medium or like.
I got a medium and I didn't finish it.
And I finished my entire
You
large
finished yours.
with a side of like mac and cheese and a side of fries.
Yep.
I was so mad after tournaments. Jeez. And then, oh my god, I love to hibernate after like tournaments. I hated driving home sometimes.
By far, my favorite memory of Tom driving from a tournament was
Winter vortex.
We were driving from Bing, and that winter vortex just decided to show up. Oh my god, it was incredible.
That was one of the scariest moments of my life.
You were in our car, no?
No.
Oh, we were.
It was me, you, Joe, and Steve. That was on the way from New Haven.
Wigwam!
Wigwam. No, wait, was that Bing? That was Bing.
That was Bing. That was on the way down.
Wigwam.
He gave us the whole spiel about what a wigwam was.
So a girl can have a nice butt.
Oh my god.
And a girl can have a wagon, like a wagon. And then there's the wigwam.
I remember when he explained that to us, we were dying. I think with all 4 of us, we were just dying in that car.
One of the things I like never really appreciated was when we would like put something in the group chat that's like complete inside joke for the car, and everyone's just like, "What?" Like we said, we put wigwam in the chat, and everyone was like, "What is that?" And like everyone like started Googling it or whatever, and it was like, "Do you guys know what wigwam means?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we do." And then like they were saying it's like some like sex position or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it is. I was the one that looked it up. I was like, that's not what that is.
I'm like, no, Joe knows what it is.
Joe knows what it is.
Same thing. I was like, what was I was like? Hey guys, if you're looking for some good tunes, Young Gravy.
Oh, that was a great one.
And everyone was just like, what?
I remember. I don't remember what tournament it was, but the first time I was exposed to Young Gravy, oh my god, I was like, what am I listening to? But then like we listened to it so much more frequently afterwards that I got like I appreciated it more. And I was like, all right, I'm a Young Gravy fan.
He just came out with a new album. Go check it out.
John, what
Gravy,
about
sponsor us.
the
Young Gravy sponsor us.
the little toenail story?
That was great. What was it? It was you, me, Tyler, Gil, and Russell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you just said you're like, oh, we should listen to some Little Toenail. I was like, there's no way that that is a person that exists. And then that song comes on, and you just start to hear some dudes screaming obscenities. And Tom just turns around, looks me dead in the eye, and says, "You didn't think Little Toenail was real, did you?"
Don't question me.
Yeah, and that. And then I was just like a thing. I was like, I will never question Tom again in my life.
Oh my god. That was by far my favorite year. Like, I don't think I need to even, like, even if I wasn't captain, that still would have been my best year.
Yeah, that year was really fun.
Like, I didn't really mind not having like that many new rookies because like we had legit a team.
Yeah, we got like more like tight knit.
We had a solid, like, I want to say like 18.
Yeah, that
And
18 that we brought to High Tide or whatever had such great chemistry with each other, and I think that's one of
yeah,
the reasons why we did
big
well.
time. It was probably the best like tournament group like we've ever had, and it was like for the perfect tournament.
I agree.
And then our sketchy house.
Honestly, like it looked so deceiving. We're like, oh, it looks nice or whatever, and then we get there and it's just literally trash.
I just remember like looking at like we had slim pickings because like I forget like the high tide housing or whatever, like the Myrtle Beach house tours, literally like they wouldn't budge on it. Like we couldn't get it because they didn't have enough rooms or whatever. And then we had to go with the other housing company, and like even like Myrtle Beach House was like, please, like don't do it with them, do it with us. Like we can get you guys out of trouble. I'm like, we won't get in trouble. Don't worry. And I feel like we were like the only team there not to go with Myrtle Beach house tours.
I mean, the only thing with Myrtle Beach house tours from when we went this year is like the hour check or whatever. Like at first we didn't know what it was and it was really sketch and we're like, who the hell is in our driveway? And then they had that whole remember John, it was me and you and Allie that were like downstairs while the other
Wouldn't
rest of
leave.
us. All right, so I don't know if you heard the story, Tom, but like so one day, so basically when what time is it? After like 11 or 10 or something like
I
that?
think
Yeah.
10. Yeah.
So like after 10, a representative from Myrtle Beach comes and they QR, there's a QR code like on the house sign. So like they come and they scan it and that's them doing their like check of the house. So they do that every hour until what, like 12? And then they
12
just,
or 1, yeah.
yeah, like 12 or 1
What,
and then they just stop. So
what
like
the
honestly, it was weird at first, but like they only would just come up, scan the code, and then they would get back in the car and leave. It literally would take like less than a minute.
How random? What's the point of it?
Except
I
that
bet.
one night when they were out there talking for
Oh
2 hours.
my god, that was intense. That was so funny though. But like they would literally just come and scan the code, and then they would leave. That's like I guess for them it's like a requirement to like check the houses or whatever. But then
Guys, the house is still here. Don't worry.
so one day, um, me, Allie, and John go downstairs to go get more stuff, and we notice a car pull up. So we're like, all right, let's just hang here because I don't want to be awkward or whatever, and just walk outside while they're there, whatever. Um, so we're talking or whatever, and then I look out and I see them like walking up the staircase, and I'm in my head, I'm like, oh no, what did we do? I was like, oh shit, we're in trouble. We're gonna get kicked out. Something happened, right? So me, John, and Allie are like freaking out because it's like the way the house was set up. It's like in order to get to like the rest of the house, you have to go outside onto that main staircase, and
Okay.
there's no other way there. So
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was like our house freshman year.
so like we're freaking out. We're like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? We're trying to like listen, but we can't hear any well like that well. So we try and like sneak outside to see what's going on. I go up like the stairs just a little bit to see what's going on, and I see like everyone is like sat up, and there's two guys talking to them, and I'm like, oh my god! And it's like what the second or third day that we're there.
I was gonna say, yeah, it was early.
It was like super early, so we're like, if we're gonna get kicked out and we're there for like 3 days, like that's tragic. That's like super tragic. And I want to say at least 30 minutes go by and they're still there. They're still talking. And I'm like, what is actually going on? Like, we were actually concerned at this point. We're like, what did we do that was so bad that they're still talking to us or whatever.
And
So
then you guys were just like chilling there. And everyone's just like, "Where's Seb, John, and Allie? Come on."
yeah, that they later we find out they're like, yo, where the fuck did you guys go? But I go back out there and then I go up the staircase or whatever. Then I hear them start laughing. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe we're not in trouble or something. And then after like another like 20 minutes, they finally like leave. And then we go back up and we're like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And they're like, yo, they came up and they started talking to us about like, what was it, like events that were happening like on the
Oh,
or whatever. And they started talking about how hard they've been doing this and how like people give them shit because it's like, oh, you're working with college kids, like they're probably
uh,
gonna like break the house or something, and they're like, nah, you know, they're responsible or whatever, and then like they just refuse to leave.
oh
Um,
my!
Antoine he literally like got up mid conversation and left. He's like, I'm gonna fall asleep, and everyone was just so like. Carolina was, I think, the most pissed because like everyone started looking at her, and she like looked visibly like angry as they stayed, and it was really really funny.
So
And
wait,
then
how long were they there? Like an
at,
hour?
at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least
At
45 to an
least
hour. It
45
was
minutes.
really long. You know
Like,
what none of us thought to do though, Seb? Why didn't we text them?
I don't think I had my phone on me. That's why. I don't think any of us had our phones. I think our phones were upstairs.
Right, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we didn't have our phones, so we were stuck in the, yeah.
Like
There was
it
what
was
was it?
so awkward.
My
Oh yeah, because
sophomore.
we were just like, we're gonna go down and go back up. So we're like, why bring your phone?
Yeah, exactly. And then like they finally leave, and then like we're like, what in the hell happened? So like every time afterwards they would show up, we'd make sure like we're not at the door or whatever, and like if they would come, someone would like just end it there and be like, hey, all right, cool, whatever, keep going. Because we were not sitting through another 45-minute discussion. It was
Jeez.
And then they talked like one of the other nights. They just stayed at like there were two people came and they're just standing outside the cars talking.
oh yeah, that was another thing. Like I don't know why it was like us. Why was it literally us that got like these problems where like someone was doing the routine checkup or whatever, and then like I don't know what happened, but like they stayed in our driveway for like a good 15-20 minutes. Another car pulls up. This time we think we're actually in trouble because we're like, oh shit, what happened now?
They brought backup.
They didn't even come. They didn't even go up the stairs. They just parked their car and then just started talking on our driveway. We're like, it's like 11:30 at night. We're like, what are you doing? So it was just like, all right, cool. And then like after like 25 minutes, they just decided to leave, and we're like, okay, cool.
Um, I know my sophomore year. Like I actually told the story the other day because we're talking about like renting houses and stuff. But my sophomore year, we had probably I would say one of the better houses, like probably the best house I've had. It was like you had to take the stairs to get up. It was only like it was 2 stories, but like there was like everything on the ground floor was pretty much like perfect, like common area kind of thing, and then like upstairs was just bedroom. So it was literally one place to hang out, which was perfect. And then we had the walk to the beach right there. But Mike Casey, he was driving. I think he forgot his wallet. So me, Eddie, Mike Casey, and then 2 others, I forget who, went back to the house. Meanwhile, this was right after the game, so we had to go like let's say this like we had to go north to get back to the house, and then where we're eating was probably like south. So we'd probably have to drive 20 minutes back to the house and then 40 minutes to the restaurant. So we were gonna run late regardless, but it didn't matter. And Mike Casey was driving, so of course Mike Casey wanted alcoholic beverages at dinner, so he needed his ID. So we get to the house. We realize no one has a key. So we're like, God damn, what the hell? So there we are. We try to open, like, we try to check if, like, the front door's open. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, oh, maybe someone left the back door open. All 5 of us go around to the back door. Locked. And I'm like, you're joking. And I'm like, wait a second. Didn't we have one of these windows open the other day? What are the odds we actually locked them?
Oh, I think I've heard this. Yeah.
Go to the first window? Nope. Second window? Nope. Third window? Opens. So there's like 5 of us crawling through this window. Like, thank God the neighbors were another team, because, like, honestly, like, imagine, like, you're down in your, like, beach house in South Carolina. You walk outside and you see 5 kids going in through a window. What do you think?
It's really suspicious.
So I'm like, all right, let me make sure I lock this window. I found out the lock didn't work. So I'm just like, oh, so we have a way in, guys. We don't need a key. So we get there, and then on our way back, Kenya called Eddie, and she was like, I just realized I didn't give you guys a key. And Eddie was like, don't worry, we got it. And she's like, huh? How? He's like, don't worry, we'll see you in a few minutes. And I'm like, how'd you get into the house? And we're like, we broke in.
We broke it.
I feel like it's like a tradition every time we go to high tide. We have to, like, one of us or like a group of us has to break into the house because we usually forget a key. The first year that I went, so when we had like the shitty house, your senior year, Tom, I remember my car got there early and we're like, we don't have a key. So we broke in through the second floor door because it's like, not the door, the window, because it's like that outside had like a staircase that goes up.
That, I don't think that was the first. No, that wasn't. I was with you there.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we drove around because I was in your car.
It was. I was there. I remember we hoisted Steve up together, and I thought
We did.
And then we probably did it multiple times because we're idiots.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we did it twice because I wasn't there the first time. I was there the second time when we pushed Steve through.
I don't know whose car we were in, but I remember that happened.
It was a random car. Like we just got mixed up because people wanted to go to different places.
Yeah. Yeah, and we literally like, I'm like, what are the odds? And like we went in, we like hoisted him up and just like slid him through the window.
It's funny.
It's like stay horizontal, Steve. Slide him in.
Something kind of similar happened to me, at least this year's high tide, where it's like I woke up early and everyone was like really like still passed out, and usually it was like I think Megan was usually the first one up. She would be like the first one out, first one up to wake up every day.
Her bedtime was 8 o'clock every night.
I remember her just going like, "Hey, all right, guys, I'm going to bed. Bye." And we're like, "All right." It's like 10 o'clock, but okay. But this was like one day that it's like, John, you were passed out, and then I just left our room, and then I go up, and I forget that like Megan locks the front door. So I was like, I'm so hungry. I need breakfast right now. And there's no food in the kitchen downstairs because we have a kitchen downstairs too, but it was just for
okay.
I had my snack bag. Why didn't you take from that?
Honestly, forgot. I needed like an actual like meal. I needed like cereal or eggs or something. I was like, God damn it. And I was like, all right, the front door is not working. So I was like, all right, please tell me no one locked the back door. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go walk to the back door and I'm going to try it. I go, I open the knob and I push it and it's open. I'm like, thank God. But then like, as I'm closing the door, I'm like, there's like 9 to 10 people that are sleeping right now. And literally anyone could have just walked in and stole our shit. Like, what if I was not the first person to figure this shit out? So I just locked the door immediately, made myself some nice eggs and bacon. And then like, as I sat down with my eggs and bacon, Megan comes out. I'm like, if I only waited like 15 more seconds or like 15 minutes, she would have been able to open the door for me. But it's all right. It's whatever.
You had a fun adventure.
I did have a fun adventure.
My junior year, back on the story of getting into places that are locked up.
I'm telling you, it's a tradition. We always have to find our way into a locked area.
Me, Zach, Tyler, Billy, Russell, and Zorn are outside.
Oh my God, that's a squad and a half.
Is that stools, whatever it is, however you guys?
Stoolies.
That's stoolie, right? Yeah.
Are all in the hot tub. Zorn is out of his mind drunk on moonshine. And we're all chilling in the hot tub.
I think I know where you're going with this.
We're being like, Julie's like trying to get us to clean, and we promise like we'll clean up, like.
Oh, I think I know that story.
And then like
tell it for the folks at home.
She locked us out, and like I love Julie. I don't blame her for locking us out. We were being butts that night, like, but it's such a great story. Zorn goes, he's like, she locked us out. So instead of walking around to the front door of the upstairs door, no. There's this like 6 foot like pool fence, very thin, very flimsy. Zorn hoists his like 200+ pound self up onto the fence. The fence is like bending over, grabs onto the balcony. It's probably like, I want to say like 8 feet up in the air, 9 feet up in the air.
We were so lucky
Hoists
nothing broke.
himself up, swings open the door upstairs on the balcony. He's like, "You didn't lock this door."
Oh my god.
I was crying in the hot tub.
Yeah, it must have been nice. That was horrifying for me.
I was crying. If I was ever crying, I would have recorded it. But I was dying.
So from my perspective, we just hear Zorn yelling outside, and then the doors open a crack. I'm the only one that can see through this crack because Julie's back is to it and no one else is around. I just see Zorn's eyes full of rage just pop up like just like that, and then it just slow more and more. And I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like, he's gonna kill Julie. Like Julie's gonna die.
Horror movie for you.
Yes, I literally went downstairs, sat down in the bathroom, and had an anxiety attack.
Oh my god.
It was literally like the tale of two movies. From the outside, it's a pure comedy. And from the inside, John's like within the bathroom with a kitchen knife, like, "Don't come in here."
John's in The Shining.
Literally. Well, it was also like no one in my
Zorn.
but no one on either side of my family really drinks, so I've never had like an experience with like someone that intoxicated before. So it was like my first time having that, so it freaked me out.
It was like Mike. Mike was a gem. Tom, I really wish
you were there.
I really wish you were there to
I'm
experience
really
Mike.
glad I wasn't.
Dude, what a guy. He transcended that weekend, dude. Became a god among men.
One of my favorite moments was Moo.
Moo was incredible. That's like all time.
He just stood there just saying Moo, and he looked gone.
He was so gone. The man didn't sleep for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I remember going to sleep, waking up at like 8 a.m. and seeing Mike just like walking in our living room. I'm like, "Oh, hi, Mike. Good morning." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't go to bed." I'm like, "What?"
That kid is cracked.
And then we also took bets on like when he would wake up, because if he did sleep, he slept super late.
Yeah, it was so weird. It's like the first few days that we were there, he would go to sleep late and he wouldn't wake up till like 1 or like 2. And we're like trying to do stuff. Like people are like, "All right, we're gonna go to the beach or something, or we're gonna do ultimate on the beach." And my man is still like passed out. So me and John were like, "All right, let's start making bets to see what time he wakes up." And then I think he got mad or like he got upset. So that's why he probably stayed up the 3 days in a row. So he's like, "Well, now they can't win bets or whatever." And I was like, "Mike, get some sleep, please."
Well, I know part of it, he had like this really nice like existential walk on the beach.
That was like, I think the last day or second to last day.
Yeah. And then I think I don't know what his mindset was for not going to sleep.
Yeah. I remember that night that Allie blacked out, Tom.
Oh my God.
Allie blacked out. And like everyone was kind of just like joking around. We're like, "Oh, she blacked out, whatever." Antoine's like taking videos. We're like, "Oh shit." Mike was petrified. He's like, "Should we call an ambulance?" We're like, "Mike, it's okay. She's just gonna sleep it off. She'll be fine."
I was so glad I went to sleep like 10 minutes before that happened.
Oh my God. Like I remember helping them carry Allie out of the bathroom and turning around and seeing Mike's face just like turn pale. And he's like, "I think I'm gonna go to sleep." We're like, "Oh, okay, Mike, you do that." And then I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Like that whole night got like canceled from that point on. But honestly, my favorite moment of Mike that entire trip.
I just remember going out for Mike's 21st birthday. It was just like so spontaneous, so whatever. It was Green Turtle. Like I didn't mind. I was like, "I like this kid. I'm gonna go." And like me and Eddie were talking about like visiting the practice anyway. So I think it was like your rookie vet scrimmage. So we went to like just visit and be like, "Oh, let's just go to like then Green Turtle afterwards." No problem. And I just remember Mike is like, "All right, So it's my 21st birthday. This is my first time drinking. What do you suggest? And the waiter, like, just like seemed like he didn't want to deal with anything. He was just like, like, what do you want? And
I
like, you
remember
can
that.
tell this waiter was like very like just like no BS kind of guy. He was like, I can get you something you like. And Mike's like, I don't know what I want. He's like, well, do you want a shot? Do you want this? Do you want that? And Mike's like, I don't know. And the waiter's like, I'll just bring you out something, okay? And I left it at that. And then the waiter brings him over a shot. And then Mike's like, what is this? And he's like, just drink it. And Mike's like, Mike like drinks it. And he's like, what did it taste like? And Mike is like, it tasted like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then he was like, that's a buttery nipples. And then everyone's like, that's the name of a shot? And I'm like, you guys never listened to the song Shots by like LMFAO and Lil Jon? And they're like, oh my God, it is. And I'm like, yep. And Mike was like, it was pretty good. And I guess that's where it all started.
Was he driving that night? I just realized.
It was just the one shot.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I was like, he wouldn't, right? And then
No.
I remember seeing videos from the night that Allie passed out, like the next day, and I just hear Mike in the background, this isn't funny!
Yeah, I remember that. That was fucking
So
hysterical.
you're telling me Mike was the Karen of the night?
I don't know. Something flipped with him because he was fine the rest of the night. He was laughing. He was having a good time, and then something just flipped. And
I
then
think
he
it
was
got serious, and he like has never seen that.
That
Yeah.
kid is too funny. I love that kid.
oh, he's a part. Like I love him now. Like for parties and stuff, he's like.
I
the
love
life of
him
the
so
party.
much.
He's so like, if you need a quick laugh, just look at Mike, and then you'll start laughing.
Well, that's what
He's
the
just
twins were doing, and he like couldn't. He's like, "Why do you guys keep laughing after you look at me?" And then they'd look at each other and just keep laughing.
I just remember he was like, Tom, I just can't wait to party with you. Like, I'm like, oh yeah.
No, trust me, you want to.
Oh, you want to, man?
You
It's
want
good.
to. It is a time.
Oh my God.
It's so fun.
It is so much fun.
I'm cutting open my high C.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Sponsorship. Boom.
I'm gonna go
This
Ad
week's,
right here.
this week's flavor is torrential tropical punch.
Goes regular fruit punch.
No.
Like the red. Is it red?
Yeah, it's red.
Okay, good. That's what I normally get. Like if I'm like going to like McDonald's or something or like someplace like eat, I don't get soda. I get the high C or like the whatever like fruit punch they have. I don't know why.
Well, I don't drink soda, so that's always what I get.
I think it all started because there was one tournament where we like stopped to get breakfast. We got McDonald's and I'm like, I got a drink. I'm not drinking soda. I'm like, let me get some fruit punch.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I
it's good.
recommend. I recommend.
Juice is very good. I don't get why people drink soda.
I'm not avid soda drinker. I'm more of like if I'm at a restaurant, like and everyone else is ordering a Pepsi, I'll just make it easy. Like my whole family has a tendency of like, Pepsi, like Pepsi all around or Coke's all around. I'll just do it to make it easier, honestly.
I feel that.
Like never like am I craving a soda.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah. Oh, the hood is down.
What?
He had to get up and go to a different room to take the hood off.
I wasn't wearing a hood.
Oh shoot.
John, playback.
I like tried to put it on, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that, and I threw it off.
According to replay, you had it on.
I promise you, I didn't have it on.
You can't go back.
Oh.
Rolling on the.
It's gonna be a disclaimer at the end of the video. It's gonna be like Seb did in fact have it on, or Seb did not in fact have it on.
VAR review. He had the hood on. Red card for Seb.
Did I ever tell you guys?
Um,
After I reffed the championship game for intramurals, one kid came up to me. He's like, "Yeah, we should maybe get some VAR for next year."
Oh my God.
And I was like,
I'm gonna take it way too
I
serious.
love,
"I know."
But
I
I feel
don't
like
know.
it's justifiable. Like we take volleyball intramurals super fucking serious.
That's
So
why I
like,
don't play with you guys.
Can I just say that I did not take it serious whatsoever, but like Jordan got so angry at me for it.
Jordan got like he took it serious. Steve took it serious, and
Yeah.
like I started taking it serious because it was like, no offense, John. There are some calls where I'm like, what? But
Wait, for me or for other people?
other people,
Okay, because I was gonna say, as long
no,
as you're not
not you, not
attacking
you,
me, yeah.
no, not you. Other people. I was like, bro, what?
I just remember that I could never come because I always had class tonight, like the time it would be. But I remember the games I could come to. We didn't lose when I was there. Like we were probably like 3-0 with me there, and probably like 8-2 without me there. And I just remember the championship game. I'm like, you guys, you need me there. And then I'm like, you're undefeated with me. And I think for some reason everyone just got like so triggered when I said that. Like I'm like here like acting like I'm like almighty volleyball superstar, even though I'm just like a subpar volleyball player who is tall. And I'm just like, you guys need me. You haven't lost with me yet, and you guys will never lose with me. And I come to the championship game, I think in like the second game, and then like I barely play. I'm like, guys, just so you know, like and like everyone's like pretty pissed about losing or like upset. And I'm like, just so you know, I only played like 5 points, so it doesn't count as a loss on my record. You're still undefeated with me.
I can imagine that not going over too well with everybody.
Intramurals, people take intramurals too seriously.
You should have seen soccer this
Basketball.
year. Oh, basketball's better
Made
too.
in China.
Made in
They
China.
didn't have a team this year, I don't think.
I had
I don't think
so
so
much
either.
fun. I had so much fun on that game.
That was such a good game. I'm glad I know
Was
Madden
it
game.
you I said that near? Oh my god. When the guy screamed something in whatever language.
And you're like, I know that was a curse word.
I said, Rev, that was definitely a bad word. I love that game so much. I flopped like a fish to get some kid thrown out. He barely touched me. I was just like, oh.
I thought you genuinely fell.
No, I did not. And then I remember the men's soccer team. They had a team, and I was like cool with them because like when we played them, like they're the type of guys that they want to get you pissed off when they play. Like there's egging you on the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But when we played them, like I just genuinely had fun with them, and they had fun with me. So I remember they had a game next, and they came early, and then like something was happening. They were arguing, like someone was got fouled out, and then I walk over, I say hi, I say what's up to them, and you guys lose? I'm like, yeah, but I got a kid thrown out, and someone just fouled out. And they're like, oh, so you're doing good? I'm like, yeah. And when you guys play, we should have fun with them.
My favorite part of that game was Jordan stopped the ball from getting to one of the other team, and Steve and I were like, yeah, and then it hit, and then I see it coming slowly. It's gonna hit me in the knee, and I need it into the other team. So it just went. It was like we screamed at Jordan to stop it. Steve and I screamed when he got it, and then we screamed again when it went to the other guy.
I think it was you or Steve. I'm pretty sure it was Steve. They were playing defense on a guy, and I think it was Steve. Steve, completely not knowing how to play defense in basketball, fouled him so bad.
Yeah, he did. He literally pushed him.
And no foul, and the guy dribbled it out of bounds. And then I was like, and this was like after like when I was like, okay, there's no return. These people don't like me. I was like, yeah, someone who's ever played basketball for is locking you up. You guys are bad. Then the guy that I got kicked out of the game wanted to fight me. He was like,
right?
he's like, meet me in the parking lot. And I'm like, no.
No.
Like, that's not how it works. And we only lost him by like 11.
Yeah, and then Sean Dugan was like, "Oh, if we were there, we would have. If I was there, we would have won."
We were down 25, and like we cut it to 11. I'll take that
We
as a
did a
win
good job.
for me and Joe and Jordan, who like semi can play basketball, and then you and Steve, who look like you don't even know what a basketball is.
It's funny because I played basketball for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So you would
My
think.
point.
Fair. I remember setting a really good pick, and everyone was like, "Yeah, good job, John." And then I tried to do it again. You're like, "Get out of my way."
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I was like, no, I don't need it this time.
I was like, "I'm sorry, I got too ambitious."
Oh my god, I miss playing basketball like that.
I wish alumni could play.
Oh my god, that's my one thing I miss about with quarantine. I just miss playing sports. I guarantee. Well, once we're allowed to do stuff, I'm issuing like a big. I want to do like a big like game, like not even like a scrimmage. I want to do like a whole ass game.
Definitely could.
Like I don't know if like do like Steve and Jordan like each pick of their own team. Like have them like former captain versus new captain sit down, have a bunch of like a pool of like 20 players and just like pick teams. I want that to happen.
That'd be fun.
Message him, yeah.
I told Jordan, I'm like, once quarantine is over, because like this was like after High Tide was canceled. I'm like, once quarantine's over, I'm willing to wager my High Tide trophy against you guys.
But that's in the Rex office, though. It's not like you have it. All right.
You don't know. You don't know what I have.
Seb, I'm gonna steal it and give it to him when I leave.
Excuse Linda Gundrum, if you're watching this, I do not have the trophy. I just want to make that clear, guys. I have the trophy. Linda, I do not have
that we won a trophy.
Casey, I do not have the trophy.
I feel like the only reason she would know that we have the trophy is because of Casey, because she like works so closely with Casey.
Casey graduated.
Yeah.
Still working though. I'm pretty sure at the office.
I think they work until September.
We're gonna make it happen, guys.
And then it's like the transition, or like they train the new GAs.
We're gonna heist, guys.
We'll
We'll plan it. Don't worry. I've been watching a lot of Money Heist. We're gonna have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, and even a plan like K. It's gonna be good. Just to get a trophy.
To be honest, I feel like it's not going to be that hard because the pro staff aren't there. Like 90, like.
Good night, mother.
Title of the episode: Good night, mother.
What am I supposed to be like? Ignore her?
No, Tom. Mom, that was not a good time.
Oh my god.
Tom, did we tell you that?
Yeah, by the way, I tied it back up.
What?
The wins.
Bro, I haven't touched it. Apparently, the new season drops tonight. So
Yeah,
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Oh, 10
So I'll probably
Pacific then.
Yeah, I'll probably jump back on the grind tomorrow. I've just been grinding for gold guns. And I just like exhausted myself. So.
Oh, I don't have the patience for all that.
I did it because I was like, whatever.
I'm on the M13 now.
Fire, bro. M13's fire.
All right, I know what I'm switching to.
I have the M13 and I know they got nerfed, but the Renettis are fuego. The akimboed.
Listen, when those first things were like bad, like it was overpowered bad, I abused the shit out of them.
They're still good.
I usually don't even bother.
Like,
I just run a SMG.
Like it's to the point where I don't even want to use an MP5 anymore. I just want to use those.
It is just more satisfying, I think, to get kills.
Like we'll get a loadout and everyone will be like, oh, who didn't get it? I'll be like, me. And everyone will be like, why? I'm like, because I have my Renettis. Because I feel like the M13 shoots fast enough to where it's like a submachine gun, right?
Yeah, its headshot damage is pretty good.
I just remember the first game we played. It was me, Eddie, and Joe. the team got a recon. We saw it like spawning. Like, oh, this is camp. This. I'm on one roof. Eddie's on another roof. Eddie goes down. I down that guy, and then I'm just like walking around. I'm like, okay, where are these other two guys? I'm like, oh, my door's open. Let me just go close that so I can hear if they open it. I go to close it. As I close it, the guy like glitches like through it to where I see him, but he's like still not through it. And I'm like, oh, whip out the Renees. I was like, just keep spamming them and kill them both. I'm like, I got them both, guys. It's such a fun gun to use.
Yeah, I'm excited for this new season. A lot of new stuff that they're adding, so it's gonna be lit. Hopefully the Grotto gets freaking nerfed finally.
Oh, they need to nerf it.
Choose some new guns that are like better into the.
I heard they're bringing the Galil in.
Galil Vector from MW2.
The Spaz.
I heard the Spaz. I was like, what? I'm all for shotguns, bro. I am all for shotguns.
I remember the Spaz in Modern Warfare 2. You can literally like snipe with that thing.
I remember the model. Remember the models, dual wield models. You can snipe with those things from like across the map.
That was another satisfying gun to use.
Yes,
because just the animations of it, like you're shooting, like spinning around.
Yeah, unrealistic, 100%. But I mean, like, it was still cool.
It's like, look what I can do. Nah, I've been like. I have my COD points. I think I have like 1,600 saved up, so I think I'm good for this battle pass.
How many do you need?
What's up?
950, I think.
Shoot,
Yeah.
For like the base is 950, I think.
I think I only spent $10 on COD points to get this battle pass.
I think each battle pass has like guaranteed 1,600 COD points. So by the time you finish it, you have enough for the next one.
An endless cycle, as long as you don't use your COD points on anything else.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't really use them on anything else.
Yeah, I used to do it with Fortnite.
Fortnite!
Played till that, but then I was like, it's too much of a commitment.
I was talking to my brother. I said, the one thing that like I appreciate about Fortnite that they did better than Call of Duty is Call of Duty, the circles. Call of Duty, you see a circle, like it'd literally be like 75% of the first circles out of the map already.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. When they throw it like to the corners or whatever, like most of it's already cut off.
And then even with like you can guess where the next storm is. Like 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be in the center of the next storm, the first storm kind of thing.
Mm.
Like if this is the circle, the next storm's going to be like right in the middle there. Fortnite, you could have the circle, and then the next circle will be like at the edge of the previous circle. Fortnite circles were a lot more spontaneous in war zones.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm talking Fortnite. Fortnite sponsor us. I'm the only one talking good about you anymore. That game died so quick, I want to say. Well, at least for me.
I played it for like a year.
I remember Brian Cruz was literally like, hey, you should download this free game. It's called Fortnite. And I'm like, what? He's like, it's literally like Minecraft and like Halo, because like the third person shooter.
Mm.
It's literally like Minecraft and Halo. I'm like, bet. And like literally I was playing like season 1 and I was like, what is this game? And I'm like, no way it's gonna be. And then like 3 months later, everyone and their moms are playing it.
I stopped playing it because it's like the skill curve drastically like went up. Where it's like if you want to like do well and have fun, like you have to be good at building. You have to be able to be good at all that
There's
stuff.
a good
And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that. Like I just want to have a fun time with my like 3 friends or whatever. Like I want to build a giant base as like the last circle and not have to speed build or whatever they do now. I'm like, yeah, no, I would never be able to.
The meme, it's like, oh, someone shot at me. Let me build like a 5-story mansion with a pool and a hot tub.
Yeah.
It's so absurd. Call of Duty, it's more skill-based, I want to say.
For me, it's just more grounded. It's like I don't need to rely on like how fast I can move my wrist and build stuff, right? Like I just need to like either like kill you, get better shots, or like flank you and win the gunfight.
more skill based, but like there's a lot of skills you can have at it.
Yeah.
Like you could be great at killing people. You can go for like 20 bombs every game. You can just be very like patient and like I cannot crouch for more than like 30 seconds, but some people like crouch walk the entire stairs up to sneak up on you and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like amazing with like RPGs and explosives. I'm horrible with explosives. And then we have the snipers, John's favorite part of the game. John snipes someone, hit marker. Snipe the same guy, hit marker. John full shield, one shot down.
It's literally insane, and I don't understand it. It takes
John will,
3 shots.
John will have their head like between their eyes and their crosshair. Shoot, hit marker. Not even full shields. The job's just like, what am I doing wrong here?
Literally, like I just need to know.
There
I
was
keep
one
like switching snipers, like seeing if that like changes. Like I'm like, what's the best one in the game? And they're like, this one's automatic headshot, like down. It's like no.
You gotta
literally
change
any.
the barrel. You gotta change that barrel.
No,
I have the longest one on for both of them.
Oh, do you? Oh, then I don't know what's going on.
I say it all the time. I was like, all right, I want to meet with this Call of Duty creator. He can have all the shields he wants, but if I shoot him in the face, I want to see how quick he is to turn around, do like a 360 drop shot, and kill me. Like, I don't know. And like there would be sometimes when I melee someone, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like, go up to this Call of Duty producer, I'm gonna punch him in the face and see how easy it is to shoot me dead accuracy as I'm punching him in the face.
They need to add proxy chat to Warzone. So it's like once you get close to someone, you can like start communicating with each other, even if they're on like opposite squads. So like when you're fighting them, it's just constant like back and forth. I think that would be
Hot mic
fantastic.
is the best part.
Hot mic.
They need to make it longer.
Amazing.
They need to make it longer.
They do need to make it. Well, it's like it's the length of the kill cam, but like everyone just skips the kill cam immediately. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Was it
Like
was
I
it
think
last night?
Gulag, they need to make it to where it's literally you and the guy talking. Like they cut out your teammates. Like no call out. I think call outs ruin the Gulag. And it's like not my fault that like you and your entire team got wiped and ended up in the same Gulag because you guys suck. And then it's like so obvious when the guy has call outs because his entire team's throwing rocks at you.
Yeah.
And he comes around the corner already spraying.
I feel like there should be an option where you can turn on like Gulag voice chat where it's like you're in like the pit or whatever you're fighting. You just hear the ambience of everyone like up top just screaming at you.
He's on your left. He's on.
Yeah, he's on your left. He hasn't left spawn in reality. He's on your left.
What was it? Was it last night I got yelled at?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kill one dude and you just hear ah! Just and then there was one other time I was playing Plunder and I do the strategy where you wait to the end and then you fall with everyone and you kill all the AFK players because like it's an easy way to level up guns, right? So I killed this one dude who was doing the same thing and then I killed everybody else and then I'm just like looking on the map where I should go and I get sniped. And then this guy goes, "Guess who's back?" Just like in the mic. And I was like, "You need to calm down, sir."
My favorite is this is my favorite moment because we were in like the airport parking lot and I noticed the whole team there and like the rambunctious rebel I am, I go and push them by myself with my dual Renettis. I killed one guy. He's like, "There's a whole team on me. There's a whole team on me." Meanwhile, it's like Joe and Eddie like over like yards and feet away or whatever. And then like John's like respawning. And then I down another guy. He's like, "Ah man, he got dual pistols, man." And I killed the last guy. He's like, "How?" There's like literally 3 different people. And I'm like, I appreciate the compliment of like it's a whole squad. Meanwhile, it's just me. I love Hot Mic. Call of Duty, we need more of it.
Me too.
There's another hot mic I need more of in Call of Duty. Michael.
Oh my god.
I knew you were going there.
He played with Eddie for the first time the other day.
Oh my gosh. Playing with Mike is so funny.
My favorite line is the "I should have brought my Nikes" line.
Oh my god. I should have brought my Nikes.
So I have some stuff from last week.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
So Mr. Beast, are we going to talk about the Mr. Beast?
He did a video. I love Mr. Beast. He did a video. You have to build the largest Lego tower. It's literally like so unsafe, but of course he did it. So great.
How big
It's
was
like
it?
literally like the big like Lego blocks. It was like whoever can build the biggest tower with those. And these were literally like 28 feet high. Crazy.
That's wow.
I just love how he gives us so much money. I want to be his friend. Is that bad? No.
No.
Why can't I get my friend?
So like he gets the money for his videos from companies that are sponsoring his videos, right?
Yeah.
So like how badly do you want to advertise your company where you're shelving out this much amount of money to one person's video? Like some videos are like worth insane amounts of money. Like I remember one video where it's like he went to Best Buy or whatever and he put like a circle of tape and he's like, whatever you can fit in the circle,
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. And like people would be like putting like 3 PlayStations and like a Switch. And I'm like, what?
And he's just like, wow, I came out to like $15,000. Oops.
Yeah, and I'm just like
I always put myself in a
to pay
situation.
that for your like 15-second ad plug at the end of the video.
I'm like, what do I put in that circle?
Yeah, it depends. I'd have to see like what I don't even know.
Like the only thing for certain I'm putting in that circle, actually like 2 things. I would put like one of those like really like good gaming laptops.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna get like a laptop or like a PC.
Not even for like the gaming aspect, just because those run so well. And then like probably a Nintendo Switch because I want one, but I just don't want to pay for one. Like I have no problem paying for it. I just don't want to. Like I play enough Xbox as is, and I'll be like, oh, I haven't played Xbox in forever. I haven't played Nintendo Switch. I can't have 2 gaming systems. I have to only have one. I mean, the only reason why I would get a Nintendo Switch is to have like all like the group games, kind of like Mario Kart, Mario Party, all that fun stuff. Like, I feel like I don't need a TV. Maybe a new desktop, maybe. There's just so much stuff I don't need from like that. Like even if I'm put in that situation, I'm like, do I just like waste $15,000 of his dollars on stuff I don't need? Or do I just like, hey John, I got a free refrigerator from Mr. Beast. You want it?
Yes, sir.
Seb,
text message of all time.
I got 3 HDMI cords from Mr. Beast. You want one?
That's crazy. How do you go from fridge to HDMI cord?
Well, I
Why
prioritize.
does John get the fridge and I get the HDMI cord?
All right.
Also, why do I only get 1 HDMI cord when you have 3?
I don't know.
Maybe it's one for each of us.
Sorry, Seb.
Which means I get a fridge.
John gets a fridge.
Seb, sorry, man. This is all I have left. Next text message. Hey, Mike, you want a 70-inch TV? Seb, I know you're a big fan of us streaming. How about an HDMI cord?
I hate you.
Do you have a blanket on, Seb?
My like sheet or whatever for my bed.
Nice. See, I don't have my AC on because I was worried people could hear it. Oh no, you and I talked about that last week, so I could have had it on.
we've had the AC on for like we have the central air now, so it's just so convenient just to have it on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the way we used to have like each room had their own like unit. So it's like easy, like, oh, me and my brother went on, just close our windows and put the AC on. Then it's like now with this one, it's like my mom's like, oh, I want the AC on. I'm like, I guess I gotta close all my windows now, lock up the entire house.
Well, I never have stuff on anyway, so that I think I would like central air.
Central air is nice. I appreciate it. And my mom will come up and I'll be like under like 5 blankets and she'll be, is it too cold? I'm like, no, it's not cold enough.
Yeah, I usually like leave my AC running and I have my door closed. And then when I like open the door, it's really weird because it's like a heat wall is like right at my door. So as I walk out of my door, like my room, it's like ice cold. It just hits me. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, oh, what is this?
Oh my god. And me and my brother used to be alone upstairs. Like it'd just be our big bedroom upstairs. We had the AC on. And then I would go downstairs and it's so hot. And I'm like, you guys are killing me. And they're like, why? I'm like, you know heat rises, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, if we have the AC on and it's hot down here, the AC isn't doing much.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's fair. I used to, before I moved, I was in the attic, and it was like a sauna all the time.
Oh my god. I cannot go. I hate sleeping when it's hot.
Yeah, it sucks. It's the worst.
I'll have
There's
blankets on in the summer because I'll have my AC that high.
there was one night where I literally like could not sleep and I literally woke up and my pillow was like drenched. I was sweating so much.
I hate that.
I had to like wake up at like 6:30 for work and I was just like, this is not gonna be a good day at work. This is not good. And meanwhile, I have my AC on now and I'm just like under 5 blankets. My mom's like, it's too cold. I'm like, leave it.
Leave it.
Don't touch it. I'm like the dad with the thermostat.
Like Mr. Krabs.
Touch
Yeah.
my thermostat.
I remember there was one
thermostat.
TikTok I was crying. It was like Robert like shoots the dad and he's like, now I'm gonna kill all of you. You have any last words? And the kid was like, it's a little hot in here. You mind turning on the
I know this TikTok.
So the robber was like, all right, weird request. I got you. Touches the thermostat. It's like, dad comes back to life. Who touched the thermostat? I love dad jokes.
They're great.
Who touched the thermostat?
Do we have anything else from last week?
I have 2, but it's like 10:43, so I don't know if we want to keep going or if we want to.
All right, one more. We'll wrap it up. No,
Okay.
Last topic, boys.
All right. So, YouTube. Do we think that has become like more of like a prominent thing because of quarantine? Like, do you think people watch more YouTube, or do you think people are binging TV shows more?
I feel like people have been like streaming, binging the same amount before and after quarantine. Maybe a little bit more, obviously, because more people were stuck at home. But like, I don't know. I feel like YouTube is just always everyone's like go-to is YouTube.
See, I feel like I view Netflix as Netflix, like you binge everything, and I look at YouTube as my like TV now. Because there's really nothing new coming on TV, but like YouTube, like it's hard to binge a YouTube channel in my opinion.
I agree, especially if they don't have like playlists. The ones that have playlists are easy, but
there used to be nights where I like don't watch YouTube at all throughout the day, and I'd literally like get to bed and I'd watch like probably an hour straight of YouTube, and it'd be like different like creators and all that. But like now with like everything going on, like I get home and I look at YouTube, like and I'll look at YouTube after dinner, and then I'm just like looking at everything else because there's really nothing on TV. There's nothing else. But yeah, I only watch new stuff. I can't rewatch stuff on YouTube as much as I like rewatch stuff on Netflix.
I don't really watch TV. That's my thing. Like, I don't think I've sat down and actually watch stuff on TV in a while. I usually just watch.
Very rare for me.
I watch like Hulu and my Netflix or YouTube. Yeah, those are like my go-to ones.
TV, I would only watch I would only put it on for background noise or sports.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of YouTube, but because of quarantine, I've been like, oh, there's so many shows I've been behind on, so I'm trying to catch up. So now I've like fallen behind on YouTube. So like, I don't know. I guess personally for me, it'd be binging more.
Yeah, I even started I'm not even like actively watching. It's more like background noise for me. But Stranger Things I'm rewatching now just because I like missed the show in general.
Mhm.
And like I'm like I don't know why I'm not in the mood to start a new show. And like all like the hot shows like I've already watched already. Like Outer Banks, Money Heist I already watched. All American I already watched. So, like literally like every time I ask someone for like Netflix recommendations, it's like, oh this is I'm like I already watched it like 5 times. Someone recommended The Community to me. I was like, no. I was like, I already watched it like 5 times. No. Like, don't you dare recommend my show for me.
My show.
It would be the equivalent of like recommending Jordan to watch The Office. Like he would take that as an insult to think that he hasn't watched The Office before. There was a patient, and like we were talking. Like I said, like Money Heist. I love Money Heist, and she came in. She was like, I watched the first episode of Money Heist. I'm not a fan. I'm like, you need to go home. Just go right now. No physical therapy today. Go home and watch season episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many. You'll love it. And she's like, damn. She's like, I can pull it up on my phone. I'm like, watch it now. I don't care. I'm like, you gotta give it a chance. You can't just judge a show on one episode. I feel like that's like all shows on streaming service. You can't judge it by one episode.
Oh, I did that with Space Force.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get finish the first episode. Like I've watched like the first few minutes of it, and I'm like, okay, I can see why people are like, this isn't that good or whatever. But I haven't had time to finish it. I'm still gonna like try and like go through it and all because it's like
I don't know. I don't like it. I like it because of Steve Carell, but the story's just wacky. The whole concept of the show is just wacky. Like they tried too hard.
I think if I ever watch it, I think it's gonna be a while because, like I said before, like there's so much like that I have to catch up on. Like I want to, like the suggestions you guys gave me, suggestions that like Allie's given me, and Sam. So it's just like I have so much to watch that it's like I'm not gonna spend time on something
Yeah.
I'm like trying to force myself to watch.
Like don't get me wrong. Like I have intentions on watching shows. Like what was it Peaky Blinders you suggested last week, Seb? Like
yeah.
I have intentions on watching it. I'm just not in the mood for a new show right now. I don't know why.
because it's nice out. That's why you want to go do stuff outside.
Exactly. I have a pool now.
Boom, got a pool.
Boom.
Mine opened up yesterday officially, so I'm good to go whenever.
I love the fact that mine's like half in the ground, half out. So literally, I could just like come home, just jump right in.
Nice.
And I was like, I did it. And I was like, the other day, like I did like a whole like dead fish into it. I was just like,
How deep is it?
it's a 5-foot pool, so it's probably like 4.5.
Okay.
Like water level.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not as big as I thought it was, but honestly, like, do you really need a massive pool?
That's
No.
fair.
Answer's no.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever you think of the answer's no.
Got it.
One of the OT, she got a house in Farmingdale, and she was like, I didn't even like really like, I wasn't like looking for this house, but like my mom was like, oh, do it, and she's like, they had a pool, and we like settled on the house or whatever. I didn't even know the pool was a heated pool. And I'm like, lucky.
That's nice.
I think my pool was like 75 today, and like it was cold.
Yours is heated?
No,
Mine isn't either, and it was pretty cold today. I was like, no, maybe
it,
not.
it was good. It was good for just laying around, like with my feet in, but like it wasn't like go underwater. No. And the thing that sucks now is because my house is dormer, it's higher up, so it blocks more sun earlier in the day. So now it's like very little time to where like the sun can like warm up the water. Science. Billy Mays comes up and gives me a high five.
Isn't he dead?
Yes.
Way to make it awkward, John.
Just do
I'm
the
sorry.
outro. Do the outro. Do the outro. Let's go with the shit. Let's go with the shit, guys.
He left.
He left.
Thank you guys for joining us for episode 2 of the Roomies podcast. We'll see you all next week.